Good afternoon, everyone. Sharice Jervis Hill here, president and founder of Events to Remember and PR to Remember, with our Coffee with Cher podcast. This afternoon, I have Mr. Josh Sizemore with us today. He is the CEO of FeastFast. Hello, Josh. How are you this afternoon?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, cheers to you. Little afternoon cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Josh, so let's get into it. So tell me a little bit about FeastFast and how you kind of got started.
So 25, 26 years ago, got started in retail actually. Assistant manager at Abercrombie and Fitch and just kind of worked my way up to bigger and better things. Ultimately led Lacoste globally with the retail and outlet division. And then from there, I moved on to Shinola, which was a small brand at the time, and I helped him go from 0 stores to 300 plus.
Hmm.
But got burnt out, a lot of bureaucracy and politics and retail. So hard to really create a sustainable culture and really no matter how you look at it in retail. So got burnt out and about the time one of my friends had just acquired the old heritage brand Original New York Seltzer
Hmm.
and back from bankruptcy.
Mm.
And so he called me and asked me if I wanted to come out and run the business for him. So I said sure. So I jumped in kind of head first.
Hmm.
Hired some great beverage mentors to help us along the way, and kind of grew it pretty quickly. What was good about Original New York Seltzer, everyone on the West Coast loved it, and they missed it, so it was easy getting it back into retail and distribution. So we went from 0 to 40,000 stores in I don't know a matter of months.
Wow, that's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, which was, obviously very different than most of the time when you start a new business or,
Mhm.
especially in the beverage world, which I learned in my next venture with Unify Water, which is something I created from scratch, back in Kentucky/Tennessee.
Mhm.
It was where Tennessee was where our water source and bottling facility was.
Mhm.
And so I created that. That was a premium water brand, one source. We had a give back component. Every bottle sold, we gave a gallon of water away.
Oh, I love
Um,
that.
built it up for 4 years, about 200 million. Unfortunately, went through a really bad divorce and had to sell it early and prematurely,
Mhm.
which was bittersweet. But learned so much. It was so much fun. It was 2.5 hours away. The plant was 2.5 hours away from where I lived, actually,
Mhm.
and I drove it every day for 4 years. That tells you how much fun it was. I was
Mhm.
bottling the water and loading the trucks every day.
Wow.
Um, so sold that and then moved back to LA, started an online business called CBD.com,
Mhm.
built that up for a few years, and then eventually sold that off to Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart's
Mhm.
firm, which was interesting, but not a great acquisition, honestly, for
Mhm.
us. And then done a right turn and became president of a big franchise company called 1-800 Got Junk. And
What was
then
it? What was the company?
it was called 1-800 Got Junk. I don't know
Oh,
if you,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it was a huge franchise, great operation, very turnkey business model.
Mhm.
But from my perspective and from an entrepreneur's perspective, there's not a lot of innovation or go-to-market strategy or different marketing angles you can use to create a bigger business. It was already a great business, so
Yeah.
um, that kind of got boring after a couple of years. So I got away from that and then became CEO of a Better For You kombucha company, which was a very innovative
Mhm.
kombucha company. It was powdered kombucha, first of its kind, tasted delicious, unlike other kombucha,
Mhm.
and built it up to a couple hundred million. And then um, the board wanted me to move to Wisconsin. I didn't want to move to Wisconsin, so I stepped away from that
Mm.
and was just advising and on boards. But then about 10 months ago, I was approached by FeastFast founders.
Mhm.
These doctors, the founders, a doctor and a scientist, They had known each other since college, and they were overweight and wanted to go through this weight loss journey through fasting and ketosis. And um, they started trying out these snacks that were keto friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And being doctors, they would blood test themselves every time they would eat a keto friendly snack, and their blood sugar would spike every time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, let's create our own snacks that doesn't spike insulin or blood glucose. And so they figured it out. They created these snacks. They lost over 100 pounds each. And actually, they started bringing in their own clients to their own FOI fasting program and started
Mm-hmm.
utilizing these snacks with their clients. So 10 months ago, they're like, we want to put these snacks into market. And they found me. It very much aligned with my ethos, which is health and wellness. And the keto market's huge. But more importantly, in my opinion, we have a bigger opportunity to help more people and to impact more people with the diabetic angle,
Mm-hmm.
because our products doesn't spike insulin or glucose. We could be the number one most trusted snack brand for people with diabetes or
Diabetes.
pre-diabetics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our goal, and that's what we want to stake our flag in the ground with is being that most trusted brand for diabetics in the world. And so we just launched recently, about 7 weeks ago. So we're early still, but we're excited about what we're going to do here in the next year or two.
That's that's amazing. First of all, your journey is pretty incredible. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's great.
like you definitely are the key serial entrepreneur, just kind of like, building and growing and moving on and,
Yeah.
starting something out. We definitely should do a coffee with Cher segment about divorces and how they impact businesses. Because when you
Yeah,
said that,
that's
I was just like, ding dong, you don't really think about that, you know?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I haven't. I mean, I've got three other businesses that I haven't even mentioned, but we'll get into that later if we need.
Wow. So you definitely are the serial entrepreneur. So I cannot wait, Josh, for you to share your nuggets for entrepreneurs. I know that they're going to be something good. So what do you think sets yourself apart, or really let's kind of focus on fast fees. Like what do you think sets yourself apart from others in the industry? Obviously, you mentioned the diabetes aspect. I think that,
Yeah.
major, but is there anything else?
So, there's one. I mean, to me, our products, our cookies are more delicious and taste better than any other keto cookie in the market. But that's not the biggest thing that sets us apart. The biggest thing that sets us apart is, again, you can go and try all of these keto snacks, right? And blood test yourself, and they all will spike
Mm-hmm.
your blood glucose. You can eat ours and there's no spike. We
Mm-hmm.
actually have a patent pending on the way our products are delivered into your system,
Mm-hmm.
which I've never seen a patent on a food product
Yeah.
before. So that's pretty special. But regardless of that, the biggest thing is the insulin spikes, and that's the reason we could really you know, stake our claim to being the number one most trusted snack brand for diabetics, because they can trust, they don't have to go check their insulin every time they
Yeah.
eat it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's major. That's major, especially with the diabetes, the numbers and the United States, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yes, there's
um,
60 million people with diabetes and about 120 million pre-diabetes, which is insane in
yeah.
itself.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. So that's great that you guys, have found something that's helpful. So anything new for you? I mean, this whole venture is new. You said seven
Yeah.
months, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's super new. We just launched 7 months ago, direct to consumer, and we'll stay that way for the next 12, 15, 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
We launch Amazon next month in September.
Okay.
We're revamping we have 4 SKUs of cookies, peanut butter, chocolate donut, Cinnamon, and chocolate chip cookie. The Cinegram is off the chain. All of them taste great, but
Mm-hmm.
Cinegram is unbelievable. But we're revamping our peanut butter flavor, which um, I didn't love the ingredients because it had a peanut butter syrup in it. And
Mhm.
now we're having our second run at the end of this month, and we're revamping that peanut butter to just have all natural peanut butter
Peanut
only.
butter.
Yeah, yeah, and it tastes amazing. So that'll probably be our number one seller, but they're all really good. I'd love to send you some.
Yeah, I'd love to try them. I'm definitely a snack girl, and I on my own weight loss journey, I know that like snacks are the killer for me. Like I eat
Yeah,
pretty well. For me,
yeah,
it's like the snacks, which I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure a lot of
no, yeah,
So
of
yeah,
course.
yeah, so definitely. All right, so now we are on to my favorite question, and I'm sure you have some great nuggets for us, Josh, just because you've been down this road many, many times. So, any advice that you would like to share? And you can pick and choose. I mean, it can be someone who is in business, hitting a rough patch, or someone who is thinking about joining this crazy world that we're in, the entrepreneurship, whatever way you want to go, whatever advice
Sure.
you want to share, we'd be happy to take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest piece of advice that I could ever give is just never stop. Like, if you're an entrepreneur and you have put a product or service or started a business and you're in year one or two or three and you're like, man, this is just not going how I thought, don't give up.
Hmm.
Like, don't give up. Like, that's where most people like step away and quit. Because you don't see, you don't see positive results in, it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part because you never know when it's going to hit and when it's going to
Hmm.
start, producing positive results. So and sometimes it happens early. A lot of times it does, but a lot of times it don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's where most entrepreneurs kind of give up and like, look, this is just not working after 3 or 4 years. So they decide to stop. And if
Hmm.
they would have waited maybe 6 more months or
Yeah.
one more year, it would have hit. So
Hmm.
that's the biggest one is just never give up, continue to move forward. And, I think for anyone like wanting to jump into being an entrepreneur and starting their own business, just be mindful of it is a roller coaster every second of the day. So um, try to stay as even keeled as you can. Um, I know from my perspective, there's a lot of like letdown when I was a kid and disappointment, and so that's probably molded me to where I'm like just super like even keeled and not the letdowns and the it doesn't really affect me,
Hmm.
which I'm thankful for
Yeah.
because there's many.
Hmm.
And then just try to find the small wins. I'm still trying to find small wins even today after all the things that, I've been able to do. I'm still with Feast Fast. I'm like, okay, well, we had this happen. Now I'm already expecting like a negative thing to happen. And then I'm already expecting, hopefully I can find a positive something. That's just how it is. No matter,
Yeah.
no matter how good or bad you're doing, that's always how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
So to all the young entrepreneurs that are jumping in, just
Young and old. And
yeah,
I was just
yeah,
reading something, and I can't remember where. I was just reading something, and they were actually it was on Instagram, and they were showing the trajectory of some of like people that have started businesses, and like Vera Wang, she started at 40. She didn't really
yeah,
take until she was like 50. I mean, there was Estee Lauder, the
yeah,
woman who started Estee Lauder. I think she started in her 40s and didn't really take off until in her 50s. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
there's so many.
definitely.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah,
I think I saw that same post. Yeah, there's a
yeah,
bunch of big brands that had started
right?
like four. Yeah,
Yeah, so everything that you said, and also I say this to my team a lot. My company, we focus events to remember and PR to remember. We're event management and public relations, and we're always on the go and always moving, moving, moving. And I say to the team and really to myself, I have to say this to myself, like stop and celebrate the small wins. Like we're just
yeah,
on to the next automatically, and you're looking for flaws all the time because you want to perfect what you're doing. But when you do,
yeah.
sometimes you don't make time to like stop and really celebrate. the win. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. That's
Yeah,
definitely a good one.
100%. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Like you're always looking ahead and always moving forward. So
Yeah.
you don't you recognize them, but you don't like put
Don't
them
give
in.
yourself that pat on the back,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or yeah, or just reflect, just like reflect on how did we have this win, right? Like,
Yeah.
and can we double down on like how we created it, right? So, and when you're in a bigger team, it's a little different than your two or three people,
Mhm.
but yeah, 100%
Yeah.
agree.
Well, thank you for those nuggets. So, Josh, where can everybody find you?
LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, Facebook, just Joshua Sizemore, and then our brand feastfast.co. Check
Okay.
us out, and then um, 25% off Feast Fast Fam 25. If you want to mention that, that'd be
Okay, I'll
great.
add that in the show notes. So say that again.
Feast Fast Fam
Okay.
25 for 25% off your order.
Okay. 25% off order. I'll definitely add that to the show notes.
Cool.
So, well, thank you, Josh, for being here, and everyone who's listening, all of our Coffee with Share listeners, thank you guys for coming along this journey with us. We started a new YouTube, so make sure that you guys subscribe, and you know that you can find it's under Coffee with Share, and you know you can find Coffee with Share on um, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere that you listen to your podcasts. Josh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing those nuggets with our listeners. Wishing you
Absolutely.
guys the best of luck, 7 months. So I will be watching. And once you explode, I'll be like, he was on Coffee with Cher first. All right. Thanks, Josh. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.